So we are back moments away, just starting lineup announcements away from getting underway here at Western Michigan Christian High School. Now the Kelvin Christian Squires, they're coached by Ryan Stevens, and if any of you are WMC buffs, you'll remember way back in the day before Allen Day grew exponentially, they were a team that was in the River Valley Conference, Jim, way back in the day. Give you a little River Valley trivia there.
Did not know that.
So he is actually a team that guy that played against Western Michigan Christian when he was on Allendale. So it comes a little bit full circle as he is now working for Calvin Christian and going up against Western Michigan Christian here for the season opener. And as we mentioned, Coach Kyle Mastenbrook of the Western Michigan Christian High School Warriors, the brand new varsity head coach. He was the freshman coach last year. Just a great young man. The Warriors are excited about having him manning the sidelines for them, and actually, has kept up a great relationship with Coach Jim Gorman, who left after 33 years. And so the Warriors are really blessed to have another great coach involved in this rich legacy here. Only 4 head coaches in the history of the school before today. So Kyle will take on that challenge. 9 state titles have been won by Western Michigan Christian High School, and Coach Kyle Mastenbrook will look to add to that total. And we are going to give you starting lineups here in just a moment. We're waiting for the final 2 starters for Western Michigan Christian to be announced. And I can pretty much guess who they are. And so let's take a look now at the starting lineups. First of all, starting off for Calvin Christian, at guard, Andrew Woodfin, a 5'10 senior. Also at guard, Brad Visser, a 6'3 senior. Up at forward, a pair of 6'2 forwards, John Vanderlaan and Drew Zweers. Vanderlaan's a senior, Zweers is a junior. And then a 6'7 senior, Brandon Giels, is a starting center for Western Michigan Christian. Nate Taylor is one of the starting guards, along with James Jackson. Alex Ropp starting at forward, along with Henry DeCam, and of course Bernard Smith. Back in a WMC uniform, good to see him back in the green and white. A lot of green on the court right now, yes. Jim. Calvin Christian green with yellow highlights. Western Michigan Christian wearing their home whites with green highlights. And here we go.
Yes, here we go. And 6'7" Brandon Giels is going to jump ball against Bernard Smith, who's wearing those green Nikes, the fluorescent ones, the high-low lighters. He and number 34, Drew Zwires.
Can't miss those things out on the court, and we are ready. Western Michigan Christian going from right to left across the court here for the first quarter. 8 minutes on the board, and the season getting underway. Not necessarily the best tip ball we've ever seen, but the Warriors come away with it. Controlled by Taylor right now for WMC. He gets it over to DeCam at the top of the key. DeCam dribbling to his left. Drives into the lane, still keeping his dribble going. Now looks over for Jackson. Jackson into the corner, gives it up to Ropp. Ropp looking down low, and we've got a foul called as they get the ball into Smith.
Yes, opening up in a man-to-man defense, the Squires are going to try and keep Bernard Smith away from the basket, and that time they did so by pushing on him.
Ropp takes the ball out from the end line, gets it out top to Smith. Smith dribbles once to the top of the key, look to get it down low, picked off by the Squires. Here they come the other way. Bringing it all the way to the basket was Brad Visser. He is fouled as Smith blocked the shot, and he will shoot 2 with 7:32 left to go here in the first quarter. Nate Taylor is the guilty party for WMC. His first foul of the game, first on the team. And the other 12, Brad Visser for Calvin Christian, will shoot the free throws. 3 dribbles for Visser. His shot is up, rims out. Squires still not on the board, scoreless early on in this game.
You can't miss these early free throws, Matt. He's not winded. He's been up and down the floor twice, and that first one was a little bit weak, a little bit soft. Let's see the second shot.
Second shot off the hands of Visser, just a little bit strong. Smith comes down with the rebound for the Warriors. Here we come back the other way. Taylor looking down low as they pass around, looking for Ropp. It was a pass from DeCam that's picked off by Calvin Christian. Stolen right back by Taylor, dribbles it in, gets it over to Smith. Smith off the board, just a little bit too strong. Ropp comes away with the rebound. Pass out to Taylor. His shot off the rim. Smith comes down with the rebound. The big man down low puts it in, and they're calling an offensive foul, waving off. And not a popular early call here in this contest.
No, that was one of the 3 officials called that. He did not lower his shoulder, but the official thought he pushed him off offensively, so the charge was called.
So an early foul on Smith. We will keep an eye on that. WMC opening with some full court pressure. Got a piece of that one as Weirs has it. WMC picks it off to Cam's got it, takes it to the basket, lays it up, rims out just off the mark. And here comes the Squires back the other way. Weirs dribbling it up for Calvin Christian. Crosses midcourt, keeps his dribble going, now hands it off to Visser. Visser at the top of the key, checked by Jackson. Off to the right-hand side, Woodfin has it. Dribbling to his left into the paint, puts on the brakes now, picks up the basketball, gets it back over to Visser on the right wing. Visser, crossover dribble, takes it in. He's fouled as he puts the shot up, and he will head back to the free throw line and try and make redemption for the last two he missed. He'll get two more with 6:33 left to go here in the first quarter. Still scoreless between WMC and Calvin Christian.
Warriors also opening up that man-to-man defense that the Squires opened up in, so we'll see a fast-paced game today.
Second foul on Taylor, and he'll have to check out early as Visser misses another free throw for Calvin Christian. And we'll have a couple players check in. Travis Hall will check in as Ropp checks out. And then Jacob Ray comes into the game, the young sophomore. Will step onto the court as Taylor will get an early break here for WMC. Visser with his first free throw attempt, finally gets one through. It's 1-0 in favor of Calvin Christian. Almost a little miscue there as WMC inbounded the ball. Jacob Ray's got it for the Warriors. Little full court pressure applied by Calvin Christian. Dribbled up by WMC, knocked away from Jackson and out of bounds. WMC will keep possession about 3/4 of the way down the court. Jackson to inbound the ball for the Warriors. Gets the ball into DeCam on the left wing. Cam, little crossover dribble into the paint, keeps control of it, goes to the left hand, lays it off the glass, just off the mark. Ball is out of bounds off WMC, and Calvin Christian will have the ball. Just a 1-0 game in favor of the Squires right now. 6:15 left to go here in the first quarter.
That's two layups that Henry DeCam has rolled around the rim, hitting every possible circle of that, but the ball just did not drop for him.
Squires looking to inbound the ball. They do get it into Vanderlaan. He's picked off in the corner. Here comes WMC back the other way. Pass goes off a leg, recovered by WMC. Good play there by Hall. They get it down low to Smith. He lays it off the board and in. 2-1. WMC takes the lead. 6 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Quickly back the other way is Calvin Christian as Woodfin brings it up, now pulls it back out, and will let his team set up. Off on the right wing, three from Visser off the mark, a little bit strong. Foul bounced between two Warriors. Calvin Christian recovers, they get a pass, takes a good bounce over into the hands of Cole Bender, and he will bank it in, and it's a 3-2 game in favor of Calvin Christian. WMC quickly back the other way. It's three ball, that's put up by Travis Hall, the junior, and that is in, 5-3. WMC retakes the lead. 5:24 left to go here in the first quarter. Here comes Calvin Christian trying to break the WMC pressure. Brandon Keels dribbles it up. Woodfin thought about a three, now pulls back, and he will reset things for the Squires.
West Michigan settling back in their man-to-man zone. They're giving them a little bit of room to work with, but they're catching their breath.
Woodfin over to Visser. Visser dribbles into the paint, lays one off the front of the rim. Good rebound there by DeCam, and WMC comes away with the ball. Here comes Jacob Ray the other way for the Warriors. Ray kicks it off to Travis Hall. Another three ball, just a little bit strong. Fighting for the rebound. Coming away with it is Dan Carrasco for the Squires. Here comes Calvin Christian back the other way. Woodfin into the paint, goes to the basket, and he is fouled. He will shoot two. Foul coming up on Jackson for WMC.
How many times do you see that? Number 14, James Jackson, he just holds his ground, he draws a charge. But he went up in the air and he fouled him, and now we got two free throws for Andrew Woodfin.
And early foul trouble for the Warriors. That is 4 fouls on them early on. 4:40 left to go here in the first quarter. First free throw from Woodfin, just a little bit short. So Calvin Christian really struggling from the line early on here, Jim.
They're 1 for 5, and you just can't have that in the first quarter. You know, maybe in the fourth quarter if they're tired, but right now it just shows that they have not been practicing their charity tosses.
Woodfin, a senior, another senior at the charity stripe. His second attempt is through. That'll make it 5-4 WMC. Ray inbounds the ball for the Warriors, gets it over to DeCam. DeCam bringing the ball up down the right-hand side, goes straight to the board, drops that one off. The pass is picked off. Here comes the Squires back the other direction. It's Visser with it. Check that was Woodfin, dropped it off, looking for Cortman. Cortman's shot rejected by Smith, but we got another foul on the Warriors. 4:23 left to go here in the first quarter. DeCam draws the foul for WMC. His first 5-team fouls now on the Warriors. And going to the charity stripe, Ken Cortman, a 6'6 senior for Calvin Christian. His first free throw, bouncing around and just can't find a home. Warriors check out a bunch of fresh bodies in. Christian Brower, Sam Mast, Logan Waller. Ray stays out. And also checking in is Chase Scheidemann. So fresh unit in for WMC as Coach Kyle Mastenbrook gets 4 fresh bodies out onto the court with 4:23 left to go here in the first quarter. Second free throw just off the rim, knocked out of the hands of Mast and out of bounds. WMC keeps possession.
Much smaller lineup now for the Warriors, and I think we'll just see some running gun and some shooting. They've lost Bernard in the paint.
Ray gets trapped as he crosses center court. Ball is knocked away with him. They're going to say it went off his hands. And possession goes back to Calvin Christian. They trail the Warriors 5-4 with 4:14 left to go here in the first quarter. Calvin Christian trying to take advantage. They've had a lot of opportunities, just unable to convert. As here comes Woodfin up for Calvin Christian. Off on the left wing, looks over for Carrasco. Now gets it back for Visser at the top of the key. Visser's pass a little bit short, but manages to find a way to Woodfin anyway. Gets it back to Visser. Fakes the three, drives into the paint, drops it off, knocked away from him as he tried to pass that one off. Ball out of bounds off WMC. It'll be Calvin Christian ball under the basket. Woodfin will take this one out for the Squires. Looking down deep, little alley-oop pass. His shot is just a little bit long from Cortman, and WMC comes away with the rebound. That was Mast with the rebound. Here come the Warriors back the other way. They quickly get it down to Brower. Brower drives it in, now drops it off for Mast. Back up top as they find Jacob Ray. Ray will reset things for WMC. 3:37 left to go. WMC up 5-4 early in the first quarter. Ball brought into the paint by Ray and knocked away off Ray. It'll be Calvin Christian ball with 3:33 left to go, and little first game jitters going on.
Yeah, I think we have some butterflies. Dan Carrasco tried to take that charge. He was in good field position, but they gave it to him anyway.
Here comes Calvin Christian back the other way, stepping up is Carrasco. He fires a shot just a little bit long. Good rebound by Ray for WMC. Here come the Warriors back the other way. Now down the right-hand side is Scheidemann. His pass just a little bit hard, and it's knocked out of bounds by Cortman. It'll be WMC ball. Checking back into the game for the Warriors is DeCam and also Alex Ropp. Ropp will take this one out right in front of the Squires bench with 3:15 left to go here in the first quarter. WMC up 5-4. DeCam gets the ball at the top of the key. He will set his team up against this man-to-man defense of Calvin Christian. DeCam picks up his dribble, now has it knocked away, gets his dribble back. Off on the left wing, gets that over to Scheidemann. Scheidemann tried to get it back to DeCam, knocked away, but he recovers it down into the left corner. Back for Scheidemann once again. Back to the top of the key, passes it across. Taking it down low is Ropp. Back up top to DeCam. 2:48 left to go here in the first quarter. DeCam will reset for WMC. DeCam, couple dribbles through the legs, gets double teamed, loses the ball. Calvin Christian comes away with it. Here come the Squires back the other way. Long pass down for Visser in the corner. Visser launches the three and he nails it. Wow. Calvin Christian takes a 7-5 lead with 2.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Kyle Mastenbrook calling over to Henry DeCam, trying to get the Warriors to calm down a little bit here in the first quarter. DeCam spins at the top of the key. Fakes the shot, now gets it off on the right-hand side, looking for Mast. Mast goes into the paint, and he is fouled. Just the second foul of the game on Calvin Christian, and WMC will get the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, Zach Hoffman just held him up, put both hands on him, and was not going to let him go any further, and a good call by the official.
Swears and Josh Miller check in for Calvin Christian. Checking in for WMC is Jackson. Looks like Bernard Smith's also going to get back in there as Mast will come off the court. Also coming off the court is Logan Waller for the Warriors.
James and Bernard had a nice little rest there. Now they should finish the final 2 minutes and 12 seconds strong.
Once again, Rob takes out the ball right in front of the Squire bench. Gets it to the top of the key. DeCam has it there for the Warriors. To his right-hand side on the right wing, DeCam back to the left-handed dribble to the top of the key, pulls up for a two, bounces around and finds its way home. We're tied up at 7 with 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Visser quickly back the other direction for Calvin Christian. Over to Zweers at the top of the key, fakes the shot, gets it down low. Cortman with a shot that's a little off the mark. Good rebound there by Jackson. Here come the Warriors back the other way.
Henry needed that last shot for his confidence. It fell for him.
DeCam takes it right back in, lays one off the glass just a little bit strong. He was anticipating some contact, didn't get it, but a zip pass down low to James Jackson. WMC retakes the lead 9-7.
Nice pass by Henry after he got his own rebound.
Here comes Calvin Christian back the other way. Zweers with it. Nice backdoor pass. Down low as he was looking for Hoffman. Got it in now. They pass it back up top. Shot off from the hands of Miller. Rebound taken home by Cortman. He is blocked by Smith. The ball will go out of bounds. It'll be Calvin Christian ball with 1:14 left to go here in the first quarter. Warriors leading the Squires by 2, 9-7.
If you're keeping track, that's Bernard's second block shot at home. He's going to have many more before this game is over.
Ball inbounded by the Squires. They get it over to Visser. Visser drops it off in the right corner. 3 ball off the mark, off the hands of Swears. Here comes WMC back the other way. Jackson brings it down, pulls up at the 3-point line, hands it over to Skeideman. Skeideman up top to DeCam. They get it down low for Smith. Smith couldn't handle the pass, knocked away, and they're going to say the ball went off Smith and out of bounds with 57.3 seconds left. It'll be Calvin Christian ball, WMC. Bringing back the full court pressure.
The biggest guy on the floor, Matt, is not getting any love from the officials. They're just letting him get manhandled, and every time he touches the ball, it goes against Bernard Smith. He's got to play over that.
Ball will be inbounded by Drew Zweers for Calvin Christian. He does get it into John Vanderlaan. Here come the Squires back the other way. Woodfin brings it up down the right-hand side. Pulls out and will set things up with 50 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. WMC up 9-7. He's going to pull up for a 3 ball and he buries it. Andrew Woodfin, the senior, gives his team a 10-9 lead with 39 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Here comes DeCam back the other way for WMC. DeCam at the top of the key, nice crossover dribble, takes it into the paint, draws contact and the foul, missed the shot, but he'll have 2 coming up at the charity stripe with 28.9 seconds left.
I like this Henry DeCam, number 30. He takes the ball to the basket every time, and he's got some nice moves.
First free throws of the game for WMC.
Yep.
Trailing 10-9, DeCam. 3 dribbles. First shot rims around and finds the way home. Tie the game up at 10.
The Squires have a 20-person student section, and they're yakking during that free throw. They're letting him know where he is.
Jacob Ray checks back in for Skeideman for the Warriors. Second free throw coming up from Henry DeCam. That one rims out. Ball is loose underneath the basket. 4 players on top, and timeout called. No, they're going to call a jump ball. Possession will go to Calvin Christian with 24.4 seconds left. Smith was right there. Looked like he had it calling timeout, but the refs call for a jump ball instead.
James Jackson jumped on that ball like it was a floating dollar bill. Boy, he really hustled after that.
Squires inbound the ball. Get it up to Woodfin. Here comes Woodfin. Crosses midcourt. Dishes it off on the right-hand side to Van Ryn. Gets it right back. Gives it back to Van Ryn in the right corner again. Working against the zone for WMC. Gives it over to Woodfin. Another 3-ball. Rebound bouncing around. Ball lands out of bounds off Calvin Christian. 6.7 seconds left. We're tied up 10-10.
Woodfin had the green light. He took that shot with 7 seconds to go. I think he wishes he had that back now.
Warriors inbound it to Ray. Ray crosses center court with it. Gets the ball over. DeCam has it. DeCam launches a long 3-ball. Air ball on that. And we will settle for a 10-10 tie after 1 quarter of play here at Western Michigan Christian High School. Warriors 10, Squires 10. We'll send it back to the studio. We'll be back with more here on Country 93.1.